Hello everybody, I'm here playing a demo for a game called Xibalba. It is on itch.io, made by Reef Software. It's a first-person shooter. I guess it takes place in Mayan ruins and has Hispanic folklore in it as enemies or whatever. Reason I am playing this game is because the developer was on some Facebook groups that I'm in, basically issuing a challenge that nobody had beaten the demo yet. And so I decided to take it upon myself and not only beat the demo, but beat it on the hardest difficulty available. And I did. So here's my video. It's going to be a bit of a different video. It's going to have just straight footage from my my completion of the levels. It did take me a couple tries per level to get through them. It is a pretty challenging game, especially on the hardest difficulty. Without armor, you die in 2 hits. So I did this splice together the 2 clips from what I finished the demo in. But it's going to be a little bit more freeform, no script. I'm going to talk about what I thought about the game, just some first impressions from the demo, and kind of my play-by-play thoughts as I am watching my attempts through the levels. So first things first, I checked the options. Graphic settings, I initially started the game at full resolution. It did not run very well, so I ended up dropping the resolution. Turned off motion blur, because I always do that. Was pleased to see that there were ample sensitivity settings. 11 seemed perfect for me. I also was able to run it an FOV that I found comfortable. So overall, pretty happy with that. Jumping into the game, you can see here I picked that hardest difficulty, like I said. Greeted with this little bit of story here. So as you see right here, way too sensitive, or graphics just, I needed to drop it. I was getting some bad frames here. And this is actually my first attempt through the game in general. The reason I'm keeping this little clip in here is just so that I can talk about the settings and the performance and whatnot. Dropped it to 1080 instead of 4K, and it ran fine, perfectly smooth, the way I would want it to. First thing you'll notice is how awkward that arm looks. If I had to complain about anything about the game graphically, it's that arm. I don't think it looks good. The rest of the game I actually do think looks good, though. It has an interesting mix of 3D environments with 2D sprites on the enemies, and I just think that arm needs some work, or if they would just keep the gun, because... Oh, and there you go. That's what I wanted to keep this in for. 2 shots, and you're dead on the hardest difficulty. So now we're going to jump ahead to the run that I actually finished the level in. Okay, so now that I showed you how difficult the game is, let's talk about the actual game as I play it. So like I said, the main thing I didn't like was the that arm. It just looks weird to me. I don't know. If they would just zoom it out maybe a little bit, or just focus on the gun model, it would look better. Shotgun is pretty good to use. That looks good to me. The thing about the gun pickups in general, though, is that the hit detection for it is a little wonky, so sometimes I feel like you'll walk over items and not pick them up. As you can see there, I tried walking over that ammo twice, and it didn't pick it up. So that's one thing that needs to get ironed out a little bit, is that that hit detection as far as picking up items goes. For this early level, I found myself swapping back and forth between the shotgun and the pistol regularly, because you don't have a whole lot of ammo, and I didn't think it was worth it to waste shotgun ammo on the little guys when the pistol did just fine, and I kept the shotgun to take care of those pistol guys so that I didn't take unnecessary damage. Because, once again, you you die in 2 hits from gunfire in this game. Another thing I should mention, the movement in this game feels surprisingly good. There you see I missed that armor there, trying to walk over it. I was expecting to not like this, just by presentation alone. It's a Unity game, and just from first impressions with that arm, and or I shouldn't say odd, but interesting use of 3D backgrounds with the 2D sprites. I was expecting kind of almost a shovelware experience, like I have had with several other indie shooters, especially Unity games. But I was pleasantly surprised how good this game feels. Movement is super fluid. It just works very well. It feels good to move and strafe and jump around. And gunplay feels surprisingly good as well. So good job to the developer on that one. I must say it feels very good to play. And I actually really enjoyed the demo. From going into a kind of expecting shovelware experience to coming out, I'm going to buy this game if it goes on sale, and if it's free on ItchIO, I will definitely be playing the full version because I really enjoyed my time playing this game. Yeah, and I also really like the Mayan aesthetic, the background. It's not something that you see very often in these retro shooters, which I kind of said in the Hellbound review. A lot of these games only have this like hell, demon landscape, or aliens, or Nazis. So seeing this Mayan, ancient, Hispanic folklore kind of thing was really cool. So right now what I'm doing here is I'm jumping around looking for enemies. At some point for both levels, after you kill a certain amount of enemies, a difficult enemy spawns, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm making sure that I eliminated the smaller enemies so that that big enemy will show up. The layouts for levels of this game are certainly maze-like, so it's pretty easy to get turned around and lost. If you can hear the music shift, that creepy singing means that that boss enemy spawned. That's her. First time I saw that, it scared the shit out of me. And the music that they play to signify that she's spawned is very creepy. I was playing with headphones on, and it just feeling right on me it was so eerie. So good job to that too. It's not often that games kind of creep me out, and the singing and atmosphere when she spawns definitely creep me out. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for a way to finish the level. For this level, there's actually a switch that you have to hit that opens the doors right over here where that that dragon is, and that's the switch. So hit that, and also back here, super armor. Yeah, armor in this game is very useful. Normal health, at least for on this difficulty, enemies dish out 50 damage per shot. So you can go down and, like I said, 2 hits or more, I guess, if you have more health. Super armor will tank that damage, so you can take more hits. It's very useful. See here, I missed a secret. Don't know how, but yeah, I missed a secret there. And so that was the first level. We're going to jump into the second level. I actually had to take a break to go to work, so I wasn't able to play them back to back. But here is my playthrough of second level. Came back from work. So yeah, I gave this level a couple of tries before work and died in the same spot. I'll point that out when I get to it. So here we get the super shotgun. In my opinion, the super shotgun's a little underpowered. It is definitely more of a AoE weapon instead of a single kill weapon. You kind of have to be right up on an enemy to kill them with it, which is a little unfortunate, it being a super shotgun, of course. This room, or this level, really makes use of that flashlight. It's very dark and hard to see otherwise. You can see right there those little bullets flying through. That is another bug, or something that needs to get ironed out, is that the bullets kind of go through walls at times. They don't really hit you or seem to be shooting through the walls. You just kind of see them through the walls when enemies shoot sometimes. You see right there, tanked a super shotgun shot. So that needs to get buffed a little bit. When a normal shotgun can kill him across the map like that, the spread is a little too much, or it needs to get upped with the damage a little bit. There were times I literally shot an enemy over six times, and then the 7th finally killed it with the super shotgun, and I don't know, that just feels underpowered to me. There you can see that armor tanking definitely helps a lot, and the armor and health stack in this game you can have up to, well, at least from what I had, 300 before it was capped, and then it won't go up any higher than that. Switch to the pistol to save some ammo. You see 4 shots, 5 shots, finally killed him. This kind of weaving in and out behind cover seemed to be a very useful strategy for this part, where there's a lot of enemies kind of around the corner there. Another thing about this game is these footsteps are so low. See, there was another bullet. I don't know where that came from. There's no enemy over there, but it went through the wall. Footsteps are so loud in this game. You can hear that boss enemy spawned. There she is. Clipped through the ceiling there. She is really creepy. So this is actually a thing from Folklore. Let's see what it was called. So it's called the Sihuanaba? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But there it is. A supernatural character from Mexican folklore, a shape-changing spirit that typically takes the alternate form of a long-haired woman, seen from behind, with the face of a horse. Kind of looks like it. So yeah, you can read about it here on the old wiki, but that's what that is. That's based on. Creepy. The singing creeps me out, man. Especially in this dark level, you can't really see a whole lot. So that room there where that guy spawned from is the last part of the level, and it is incredibly difficult. That was the part that kept giving me trouble. It took probably 6 tries to get through it. I don't know where that shot was firing from. So here I totally just do the peek and shoot method here. There's a lot of enemies in this little area here. So this is that hallway that is just so difficult. I died so many times trying to do that hallway. See, I keep walking over that ammo. It took a couple of times to pick up. So at this point, this is the farthest I had ever gotten playing through this level. I usually died trying to peek around that corner. Had never made it down the stairs, never made it around the corner. Just see how good the mobility is in this game as I'm jumping around and strafing. It feels, once again, just feels really good to play. So that was the ending. I'm assuming, or at this point, that there was a switch or button that I had to step on like in the first level So I'm going around this corner here to try and find that that switch. This game does not give you a whole lot of health packs either. There was 1 in the first level, and there was 2 in the second level. So I heard that shotgun blast a little bit ago. I don't know where it came from. Now I'm looking for that switch and also for where that enemy fire came from. There was that shotgun again. I never find where this enemy's at. There's a med kit there, I think, that glitched through the wall or something. I ended up getting it. So yeah, there was a med kit there too. But I never find that last enemy. As you see, as I finished it, I missed 4 enemies, but I got all the secrets. So I don't know where those last 4 enemies were. I heard them, but I couldn't see them. And there you go. I finished the demo. Did it on the hardest difficulty, so challenge complete there. Yeah, did it. Some final thoughts about the game. It was a lot of fun. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Movement feels great. Gunplay feels really good. I really like the setting and the atmosphere. I really like the Mayan theme. Music was creepy. I liked the juxtaposition of 3D environments with 2D sprites for enemies. It was pretty unique. If I could fix or change some things, it would be that hit detection when picking up items. There was also some awkward moments where I would get stuck on the environment here and there. It was a rare occurrence, but it did happen a couple of times. And I would fix how awkward that arm looks for when holding the pistol. Either, I don't know, bring it in a little bit or just focus on the pistol itself. Honestly, that might also be because I had a large FOV. If you bring that FOV in a bit, it probably would look better. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, those would be like my only things. Some minor issues here and there. But as a whole, it's a pretty solid little retro shooter. So good work on it. I'll keep an eye out for it for the full release because I quite enjoyed it. Definitely a challenging game. Playing on this hardest difficulty, I died. I don't know, probably like 5 times on each level trying to get through them before I finally got it. So Kudos to you. And yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, and I will probably review the full game once it is out. That was Xibalba. Keep an eye out for it. I'll have a link in the description. Thanks for watching.